This is a book called Theory and Harmony. It's compiled and edited by Joe Dineen and Mark Bridges. Still in the basics section here at the moment. It was about intervals. So like major interval, major third was like C to E. Major 7 was C to B, I think, possibly. Perfect fourth is C to F, that kind of thing. Interval inversions, when the top member of an interval is moved to the octave below the bottom member, or vice versa. The interval is said to be inverted. So the interval above for C could be C. Interval for below C could be C lower. The interval is said to be inverted in interval inversions, when the total number of the original interval, simple, is added to the number of its inversion. The result is always 9. For example, the inversion of a third is a sixth. 3 and 6 equals 9. So C third, I think, is E. So if it's an interval downwards, inverted downwards, the E below would be what makes up 9. So 3 plus 6 equals 9. So that would be an interval 6. Interval 6. Major 6 or something. The inversion of a fourth is a fifth, because 4 plus 5 equals 9. So the fourth is C and F. 4 plus 5 equals 9, so that's a fifth. So the F below would be C and F is a fifth. So a fourth above and a fifth below. Note that the quality is inverted as well. For example, a major third becomes a minor sixth. The quality is inverted. So this one on the C third, a major third, means if the quality is inverted, it's going to become from a major to a minor. So the major third becomes a minor, what was it? 6th, because 6 and 3 equals 9. Major third, minor 6th. And a major fourth, is that even a thing? Okay, well, major fourth would be a minor fifth, because 4 and 5 equals 9. For example, a major third becomes a minor sixth, a diminished seventh becomes an augmented second. Whew. Diminished seventh C to B, I think, becomes an augmented second. C to B up here. Don't know if that's true. The inversion of a perfect interval, however, is always another perfect interval. Perfect, I think, is an octave. Perfect interval C. Perfect interval of C. Same above as below. In summary, the interval names that are within an octave are as follows. I've already read this out, haven't I? P1, perfect unison, which is a C in the C scale. P1, C, perfect unison. D, with the C is 1/2 step. That doesn't seem right. 1/2 step is 1/2, which would be a C sharp. C and a C sharp is a minor second, which is a little M and a 2. And then the D is 1 whole step, 1 tone, which is a major second, which is a capital M and a 2. Major second. Minor third becomes E flat and C. Major third becomes C and E. Perfect fourth is the C and F. Augmented fourth is the F sharp with the C, which it says is 3 whole steps, 3 tones, which is the same, the augmented fourth, as the diminished fifth. So those have the same name, augmented fourth, which has gone up, and diminished, which has gone down, the fifth. A perfect fifth is the C and the G. A minor sixth would be the C and the A flat. A major sixth would be the C and the A. The minor seventh would be the C and the B flat. And the major seventh is the C and the B. And then you get up to the perfect octave, which is the C and the C. Minor seventh is in the C chord. You've got C, E, G, and this minor seventh, which is the B flat, is useful for blues, is it? Or rock and roll. And then this says now tritone, an augmented fourth or diminished fifth, because they share the name, is called a tritone. I remember the C being an F sharp, and it's called a tritone, tri being like 3, because it encompasses 3 whole steps, which is 3 tones. C to D is a tone, D to E is a tone, and because F is only a semitone, F sharp is the next tone. So it encompasses 3 whole steps, which is C to F sharp. So a tritone is 3 whole steps, C to F sharp, D to G sharp, E to B flat or A sharp. F is going to be G, A, B. F is to B. G is to C sharp. A is to E flat or D sharp. And B is to F. In medieval music, the tritone was considered the devil's interval because its extreme dissonance tended to destroy an established tonal focus. Today, our ears have become more sophisticated, and this once forbidden interval can actually sound quite cool. The use of the tritone interval actually propels music because it implies strong root movement, and as a result has become the single most important interval in music today. When the tritone interval is played, our ears naturally fill in the V1, VI root movement. Oh, so it like resolves. So it sounds less odd when you resolve it, less kind of uncomfortable. It says V7 to I. We hear this strong root movement even though the actual notes are not played. The technique of implying roots without actually playing them is one of the cornerstones of jazz. A guitarist, for example, need not play the root of every chord, but the chord should be voiced in such a way as to imply root movement, because only the essential notes are played. The guitarist is free to create a level of sophistication with minimal effort. So a tritone is 3 semitones apart. No, 3 tones apart, 3 whole steps. An augmented fourth or a diminished fifth. And it can resolve somehow. That's minor. So it can feel quite uncomfortable on its own, clashy, but then it can be made into more harmonic-y, resolve-y. And the tritone picture, which is near the top, goes